Mr. Speaker, is this the right way to look at this question, war or not war? Or do you see other options diplomatically or other non-war means that the United States has at its possession with dealing with Iran that it has not employed?
Sure.
Mr. Speaker.
First of all, maximum covert operations to block and disrupt the Iranian program, including taking out their scientists, including breaking up their systems, all of it covertly, all of it deniable. Survive. As one Supreme Court justice once said, the Constitution is not a suicide pact.
Wilson's speeches still work. I mean, I'm frankly a realpolitik Wilsonian.
We don't always see eye to eye, do we, Newt?
No, but we do agree our country must take action to address climate change.
Around the country, is the Earth warming? If so, why is it warming? And what is that urgent action we need to take?
Well, first of all, it's probably the dumbest single thing I've done in recent years. It is inexplicable.
Would you do a type of commercial like that with her again?
Well, if they offered a chance to, sure. Look, my point, which I do a commercial with Al Gore. I actually don't know whether global warming is occurring. The vast majority of the National Academy of Science says it is. A minority says it is not.
Senate, who are resisting even the science. What's your message to them here today?
My message, I think, is that the evidence is sufficient that we should move towards the most effective possible steps to reduce carbon loading of the atmosphere.
And do it urgently, now.
And do it urgently, yeah. But let me, if I can, let me explain partly why this is a very challenging thing to do if you're a conservative. For most of the last 30 years, the environment has been a powerful emotional tool for bigger government and higher taxes. And therefore, if you're a conservative, the minute you start hearing these arguments, you know what's coming next, which is bigger government and higher taxes.
FDR is the greatest practitioner of self-government, certainly in the 20th century, and maybe in American history. And FDR, as governor of New York in good times, was very progressive.
The greatest politician of the 20th century in this country, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The greatest liberal democratic president of the 20th century, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
The greatest democratic president of the 20th century, and in my judgment, the greatest president of the 20th century.
The most effective president of the 20th century, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
FDR is the greatest political leader of the 20th century.
Who's your favorite modern-day politician?
FDR.
And if you go back and look at somebody like Franklin Delano Roosevelt, he is such a dominating figure because he actually got things done.
I am completely opposed to the Obamacare mandate on individuals. I fought it for 2.5 years at the Center for Health Transformation. You can see all the things we did to stop it at healthtransformation.net. I am for the repeal of Obamacare, and I'm against any effort to impose a federal mandate on anyone because it is fundamentally wrong and I believe unconstitutional.
The third thing I think you have to do, which is for a conservative a little controversial, is I think you've got to require everybody to either have insurance or to post a bond.
I'm for globalization.
Someone else who got big paychecks from Freddie Mac is Republican presidential contender Newt Gingrich. Gingrich worked for the mortgage company as a consultant after he left his job as Speaker of the House.